Look at the sheer force required to leave our planet. Millions of pounds of thrust, thousands of gallons of refined fuel detonating every second. It is a massive, violent negotiation with gravity. To push the boundaries of human capability right now, we rely almost entirely on heavy hardware. We mine rare earth metals, consume terawatts of electricity, and spend trillions of dollars, all strictly bound by the inflexible laws of thermodynamics. While we iterate on more powerful physical machines, ancient Buddhist texts were categorizing a different kind of capability, a system called paditan that focuses on training the human mind as a primary instrument rather than just a tool user. These texts describe a latent technology of the mind, documenting a system of internal skills that requires zero physical hardware to function. If we want to understand what the next upgrade to human capability actually looks like, engineering better steel and silicon only gets us so far. The real frontier might be mastering the machinery of consciousness itself. The historical texts divide patihan into three distinct tiers. The first is physical mastery, describing the ability to travel across vast distances or even duplicate one's own physical form. We have spent the last century trying to engineer our way toward that exact goal. Yet even our fastest supersonic jets and bullet trains are slow, high-friction tools compared to the immediate speed of human thought. The second tier shifts from physical to psychological, mental mastery. This is the ability to directly understand another person's thoughts and their deepest nature. Today, we attempt to replicate this by feeding massive server farms billions of personal data points. Modern AI tries to guess what you want or how you feel based on a trail of clicks, rather than forming a direct, intuitive connection. This chart compares these paths. Hardware requires an exponential increase in physical energy and resources, but developing internal mindware maintains a flat, zero material cost. Eventually, hardware hits a physical ceiling, exhausting grid power. The mind faces no such thermodynamic limit. In many ways, the tech industry is spending trillions of dollars attempting to replicate the baseline capabilities of a highly cultivated human mind. How exactly does the brain achieve this processing power without plugging into an external power source? The operational mechanism is a concept known in the texts as jayut, the absolute stopping and complete stillness of the mind. Our machines have to generate intense heat and mechanical friction to produce power, but the mind operates on an inverse principle. By cooling the scattered noise of thoughts into absolute zero, it reaches a condition of zero friction. Reverent Buddhist practitioners have documented this state of mental cessation for centuries, treating it as a rigorous, repeatable conditioning of the human nervous system. True capability in this framework scales inversely with physical exertion. Capability is born from absolute stillness. However, historical records indicate that the Buddha actually discouraged his followers from relying on those first two tiers of physical and mental superpowers. The reasoning is practical. Even if you can fly across a globe or read a neighbor's thoughts, you are still only manipulating your external environment. You haven't addressed the core human condition of dissatisfaction. That is why the texts elevate a third tier above all the rest, Anusasani Patihan, the mastery of transformative teaching and wisdom. This method focuses on the root causes of psychological distress, changing how the mind perceives reality rather than rearranging the objects around it. We have built machines capable of surviving the vacuum of space. We can send probes to map the turbulent gas storms of Jupiter and transmit that data back to Earth. Yet no matter how far those rockets travel, no algorithm can cure human greed. No piece of silicon can resolve our anger, and no simulated reality can quiet existential dread. While our rockets aim at the stars, the final challenge for any intelligence is the internal resolution of its own suffering. If we want the next massive leap in human evolution, we don't just need better machines, we need better minds.